So selling shoutouts is probably one of the easiest ways to monetize your Instagram page and make money from it, and it's a really simple process to actually sell the shoutout and get done with the deal. But the hard part is actually finding people to buy the shoutouts from your page and actually make money in the first place. Either your page is too big, too small, out of budget, or if they just flake on you. Most people are usually pretty hyped to get around 10,000 followers on Instagram because that's the known range to where you can start selling shoutouts and people start asking you to buy shoutouts. And that is where you can start making a little bit of money from Instagram, but depending on your niche, you'd be lucky to bring in over $50 in a month. And I'm not saying $50 in a month isn't a lot of money, it's still pretty good fun money to spend wherever you want to spend it, but I want to help you guys make even more than that. Before I was doing YouTube and venturing into some other businesses to make some more money, Instagram shoutouts were one of my main sources of income, and that's where I brought in most of my money. And I even pulled in close to $1,000 in 1 month on Instagram. So I have a few tips for you guys to get more shoutout sales on Instagram, which brings in more and more shoutouts, which brings in more and more money, and we all like money. So before we jump right into this video, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe if you aren't already, and let's get into the first tip, which is making sure your page is ready to sell shoutouts. So if you have less than 1,000 followers on Instagram and struggle to even get 100 story views per story, you're probably not going to sell many shoutouts, even after applying these tips. And that's because whenever you sell a shoutout on Instagram, it needs to benefit the buyer. You need to have a pretty good chance at getting them a good amount of followers or product sales, depending on which kind of shoutout they're buying. My recommendations to start selling shoutouts on Instagram would be to have around 5 to 10,000 followers, get over 600 likes minimum per post, and at least 1 to 2,000 story views. If you checked all these boxes, you're good to go, and let's get into the next tip, which is actually finding people to buy shoutouts. So if you meet the threshold from good engagement to around 5 to 10,000 followers, people should slowly start reaching out to you in the DMs asking for shoutout prices or slowly getting more interested in buying a shoutout from you. And you may land a sale or two if you get lucky, but for the most part, you're gonna have to bring incentive for people to start getting really interested. For example, you could reach out and DM some people in your niche with some smaller pages, saying you'll give them a good price on a shoutout if they buy one from you, and kind of show them some stats, give them some proof that you'll actually get them some followers, and give them a reason to want to buy a shoutout from you specifically. Or you can just straight up slap it into your story saying you're doing a good deal on shoutouts, something like 10% off or something on all shoutout sales, and from personal experience, you'll probably get a couple sales from that. Now, if you've got some people interested in buying a shoutout, you gotta take your game to the max and sell yourself that shoutout. Now from here, you're gonna either do one of two things. You can sell a one-time story post shoutout for an average of $10 and bring in a tiny bag of $10, or you can totally finesse the game and bring in some racks ASAP no Rocky. Basically, what's worked best for me is kind of making a package deal while selling more for less. If they're wanting to buy a one-time story post shoutout for like $10, you can offer back and say you'll give them like 6 shoutouts throughout the entire month for a one-time price of $40. So basically, they're gonna pay you $40 right now, and you're gonna give them the shoutout on your story, and 5 more times throughout the same month, you're gonna give them a couple more story shoutouts for free, and basically they're only paying $40 one time for 6 total shoutouts when usually they would be paying $60. Now if you have more than one page, you could turn this into a gold mine and do this for multiple different people at multiple different times, and then it's just a process of rinse and repeat and making more money. Another way to make really good money from shoutouts is by advertising products. If someone's a dropshipper or running their own business, you can kind of upscale prices of your shoutouts just a little bit, and you can run a lot of these. So for normal profile page shoutouts, I would only recommend doing like 2 a week because people follow you for your content. They don't want to see you posting shoutouts on your story all the time because then it's just a waste of their time and it gets pretty annoying. Because trust me, I've been there and I've lost a lot of followers from doing too many shoutouts. But if you're promoting a product, there's a ton of ways you can mask it and make it look like a normal one of your posts. And basically you're just slapping a link in your bio and you're promoting a product, but your fans don't really know that you're promoting it. And I'm talking like 3 or 4 a week for $20 a piece. That's already like $180 a month. And then move this to your other pages as well and turn this into another gold mine and make like $500 in 1 month. And then as you keep growing your pages, you can slowly increase your prices of your shoutouts and product promotions, and then you can get to the point of making over $1,000 just from Instagram shoutouts. So that's been the end of this video, just a short and sweet video. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.